What is up, everybody? Nibori here. Today we're going to be going over Bless Online and its big changes that happened today with this patch. Now, combat related and defense related, a lot of things changed throughout each and every character and the way the game is going to be played. Now, they said in this post here, which I'll leave a link below on the Steam community forums here about Bless Online and the update today. But as we said, a lot of things have changed. Now we're going to have to be able to chain our skills together. A lot of people were using their one skill. I was doing the same thing. I was a culprit, okay? I would use my one skill and go right down the chain because it did a crap load of damage, and there was no real reason to use any other skill, which has been the case for most classes in this game, especially rangers and mages and things like that. And the melee had definitely a hard time catching up to the ranged characters to fight them in PvP. So a lot of the things are going to be addressed in today here in this video and this update. So as it says here, the character's stat balance problem, which we've announced recently, are now going to be applied through today's patch. Before today's patch, character stats were set differently from what we intended. So this is going back to being way too strong, certain classes, and being way too much DPS-y in every ability, and you just want to use one tree. There's no reason to switch trees. For that reason, we found out the way to set the skills have been used in most classes. The offensive skills values were set too high, while defense/healing skills value were set too low, which I completely agree to that, definitely. Due to this, players who have felt that monsters were too easy to defeat, also ranged dealers were too powerful, while healers and tankers were unable to get their full ability in PvP related content, which I completely agree. I was just destroying people with my ranged combat here, so that means I'm going to be having to step up my game if I continue to play a ranger, and if you guys continue to play a ranged character, you're going to have to pay attention to a lot of different things and actually learn. This is the weird thing, actually learn how to play your character the right way. Actually switch through stances, use different abilities for different situations, all sorts of things. So we'll show some of that too here, but after this patch, players will be able to enjoy dungeons, battlefields, raids, PvP, R and VR content at the intended difficulty. So with that being said, I saw today that 15 vs 15 is now open, which is awesome because we're going to have some endgame content here so we can do some PvP rather than world PvP. Our developers were closely monitoring our players' game data, and based off your feedback, we will do our best to maintain the ideal game balance. Details regarding balance modifications are as follows. So, balance adjustments per class. We're going to go over this here. Almost all skills damage were decreased, while all classes' HP has increased. Now, this is going to make you switch stances a lot more, which I'll show you guys in this video, how do you switch stances and how you get combos here, which I figured out how today to do. I'm not a pro at it, but it will give you a general idea how to do it, and we'll go over that as well. Every class dodge skills are now rechargeable skills. Paladin, Guardian, Berserker, Ranger, and Mage, all health has been increased. All damage has been decreased, so Guardians aren't going to one-shot you anymore, basically. They pretty much stunned you in the air and then just beat the crap out of you before you could do anything, right? Berserkers, Ranger, Mage, Paladin, all the damage has been decreased. Paladins' energy has been reduced on most of the offensive skills, so you'll be able to do more offensive things. Even though you don't do a ton of damage, you'll be able to do more. Their healing has been increased as well. Their endure skill has increased to 3 instead of once, so that is big. So endure is their kind of, I guess you could say, quote-unquote dodge skill, right? As a ranger, I get to dodge. As a mage, you get to blink. Berserker, you get to dodge, things like that, right? Guardian, same thing. HP and damage decrease. Guardian's Faith skill is rechargeable 3 times instead of once. No longer consumes bravery. Same kind of thing towards Berserker, but they can use their dodge move, quote unquote, 5 times instead of once, and no longer consumes their anger, which is their energy source as well, and same as bravery, right? As Ranger, which I play Ranger, health increased, all right, damage decreased. I was able to kill mobs in one rotation of a skill, and I never had to chain my skills together. So basically, I didn't really get to learn how to play my character, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage. I'm having to relearn because of that case. So we can dodge 3 more times instead of once, and a mage can actually blink 4 times now if enhanced instead of 3. So that's awesome. They could only do it once before, but you can enhance it to 4 from 3. So that is huge. Mage is going to have a lot of versatility in the movement sense, with that 4 if they do go to 4, but also with the 3 there. So change bonus balance. This is about the chain skill, which I wasn't doing previously, but we'll show you here at the end of this video how to actually chain your skills together. I'm not a pro, okay? We're definitely learning. I figured out how to do it. It can be complicated, and depending on the class and the skills that you have on your skill bar, in each stance, you're going to have to play with it and see what works best for you and what works in certain situations for you as well. So what I'm assuming from this, you're going to be able to go over 7 chains, but I'm not sure how to do that. I've personally only gotten to 6, and we'll be working on that while getting our combos going as well. So skill reset scroll. So if you guys did put points into your stuff here and you don't want to spend the 30 gold it is to reset your skills or whatever, to respect or etc., they are giving today, which is really great from them in a PR aspect. Through today's patch, players can purchase a skill reset scroll up to 3 per character from the special currency shop, only 1 Lumina. So that is great. You get a reset scroll, which is awesome. For Lumina, you exchange activity points, combat and dungeon points into Lumina, up to 50 Lumina a day. So you can get Lumina without spending any money, which is really great. Skill reset scroll, price of 1 Lumina, separately added to special currency shop until scheduled maintenance on June 8th. So get this done quickly, guys. June 8th, it's going to be gone, and hopefully you guys do that. And then want to get our feedback here. So this is great news, and we're going to dive right into here in how to chain your skills together so you guys can be a little bit better on the combat sense here, and we'll go right to it. Alright, let's get into explaining how to chain your skills together. Now this is quite confusing. I only figured out how to do this morning, and you guys are probably, or maybe not, don't know how to do this, or maybe you guys know how to do it better than me. I'm not saying I'm a pro, but we're figuring this out slowly and surely. There's definitely more depth to this game than we actually thought. And now that the damage is reduced in PvP now, it's going to be quite interesting, and the skill gap between players is going to be enormous from those who know how to do this and those that don't know how to do this. So this is going to be a huge determiner who wins fights and who doesn't win fights. So let's check this dodge skill before we get into this. This is what I was talking about earlier. We used to only be able to do this once, but now you can actually do this 3 times. There's an indicator down below here how many you can do it. Now I can do it 3 times, and here's 1 more, so that does that as well. So let's go right into the combos here. I'm going to screw up a little here, a little bit. You guys are going to see when I hit the chain of 6 combos. I've only done 6. If you guys have done more, let me know in the comments below. And if you found out something that helps you even more, let me know in the comments below as well. So you saw there I got a chain of 6. So what you do here, I changed my controls here. So it's going to be kind of interesting for me to explain how to do this with my controls scheme. But we're going to say you change your stance, right? So you start with your 1, 2, or your 3 as a combo starter. You say you hit your 1 skill, right? You hit your 1 skill, you go through the chain. You hit 1, you hit R, so that's your first combo. It says finish chain. So immediately before it says finish chain, so you're going to hit your 1, you're going to hit R, and as soon as you hit R, you're going to want to immediately switch stances with your stance changer and press the next button as that skill stops going through its skill. Then go through that skill chain, and you're going to get a combo of 6. I've only been able to do a skill chain of 6, so that's pretty much all I can do right now. So hopefully this helps explain that. And also, when you change your stances here, you're going to get a buff. Each time you change the stance, you're going to get a buff with a specific stance change that adds to the combo and helps you do more damage, etc., or whatever your skill stance change is going to be. So if you hit K, you're going to see your stance. And if you click on the stance, it's going to show you what kind of buffs you get with that stance as well here. So we missed it right there. That's unfortunate. It happens. Sometimes you miss it, and we kind of screwed up our skill here. We screwed up the switch in the stance. But right here, we're going to hit our last skill, switch stances, hit our next skill, and we're going to get a chain of 6. Hopefully this isn't too confusing, and this is helpful in some manner. I'm going to put basically down below how to do it in the comments, and hopefully that will alleviate some of the confusion, because it's kind of hard to explain this, to be honest. All right, give me a break, okay? I didn't play on the other regions. It's the first time playing North America, so hopefully this sheds some light on some things that you guys can do in the game that we didn't think about before, because we kind of got lazy with just using 1 skill chain and not making combos happen. So So let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you guys have been doing this, if you guys haven't been doing this, if this helped at all, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you guys want to join me on my server, I'm on Morabi, and we're playing on Union. If you guys did decide to pick up this game, or you're currently playing this game and looking for a guild, be sure to join us. We're a level 3 guild, and we're going to be doing some hardcore PvPing, baby. I'm ready to go. Let's get it. Be sure to drop in this live stream once I'm streaming, guys, and ask any questions you guys have, or just shoot the shit. I'm ready to chat with you guys, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe, and if you like this content, be sure to drop a thumbs up and leave a comment below with what you guys think of this patch, what do you think of this new combat style, and what do you think the effect is going to be on this new change in Bless Online. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. I appreciate y'all. Peace.